Welcome, dear viewer. Come in. So this is a Q4 Queen's Grill. There are 6 categories, 6 being the least, 1 being the greatest. 1 is a duplex suite on the end of the ship, haunted by families like the Bushes and nobility and royalty. Life goal, I will be in one of those suites someday. Anyway, in the meanwhile, this is a Q4. So let's take a tour around, shall we? As you see, you have a living area over here, and we have a work area. This is where I make the magic happen. This is where your content will be edited on this trip anyway. It has a nice desk lamp, plenty of outlets. So there's a 220 outlet for European plugs, there's a 110 outlet for American style plugs, and bizarrely on the other half of the suite is where the British style plugs are housed. I don't know why there's not one of them here. Anyway, here we have plenty of room for storage. As you can see, we're keeping papers that we think are important here. We'll find out just how important they are later on. Interestingly, when we docked, or when we embarked, they actually had printed out, this is new, something new they're doing. They had printed out a schedule of each of the ports, arrival and departure times, and then the dress code and or theme for the evening. And that's nice. So we kept that so we have easily accessible. Of course, those ports could change, and they already have. We lost Lanzarote to foul weather. So continuing on, this entire wall right here is the mini bar. And it's quite elegant. This is a lovely granite countertop. We have every kind of, well, not every kind. We have a variety of stemware for a variety of beverages, not every kind. Obviously, those are the alcoholic beverages. And over here, we have the non-alcoholic hot beverage service cups. We've got a lovely little tea set. We have espresso cups. We have coffee cups. We have my husband's sun hat. Then they, of course, provide you with fixings. We have tea, caffeinated and uncaffeinated. Unfortunately, they're those very unsustainable cups instead of a more sustainable option. They do show you how to make your coffee in case you didn't know how to use the system. Over here was our tea fixings and also condiments for tea and or coffee. So you've got disgusting UHT milk in a tube. You've got brown sugar, you've got white sugar. Oh no, this is, I stand corrected. This is instant coffee. So this is instant decaf, and this is instant full portion, full power, full test coffee. Here there were a variety of teas, green tea and mint tea. We got rid of the mint tea and the chamomile tea because we don't like it. English breakfast, and of course the Earl Grey. They're Twinings and they're tea bags, and they're not super high quality tea bags. So I have to say I'm quite disappointed in that. In the Queen's Grill, for as much as we paid for this room, this should be high caliber, whole leaf tea in biodegradable tea bags. These are the various sugars, brown, white, and artificial sweetener. And they do include little Walker's shortbreads. And Walker's shortbreads, as pre-made shortbread go, is actually pretty good. It's really literally just flour, butter, sugar, and salt, which is all shortbread should contain. So not bad. That, of course, can be made with this Illy, not the tea, but the coffee can be made with this Illy system. And then, of course, for your tea, you have your hot water cooker. I'm not thrilled with it because it's plastic. They could have given us a nice metal or glass one at the price point of this suite, I feel like. The suite actually comes with a not fully stocked, it has a stocked mini bar at any rate. And this is included in the price for those who don't know. We have Heineken canned beer. They provide us with Pepsi, diet and regular. We don't drink that. They keep the ice bucket in here, and then we've got Indian tonic water and spicy ginger ale. How spicy was the spicy ginger ale? Not very. It wasn't very spicy, apparently. That bottle of Pinot Grigio was a complimentary bottle that we received. We received one white, one red. They put it in the mini fridge to indicate to us we should start drinking the alcohol we've been accumulating. It also comes with, and we can put one of these in here, we also have actual proper spring water in a glass bottle, which makes me happy. I'd be very frustrated if they gave us plastic bottled water in this suite. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. So the thing about this mini bar is that it takes up a huge chunk of the room, or this bar, it's a bar. So it takes up a lot of space in a room that's not particularly spacious. So I feel like this could be better used, and you'll understand in a moment. This is our sitting area over here. I really like this sofa, elegant Art Deco style lines with this gray and the sharp blue piping, lovely contrasting accents in the pillows, this sort of red brocade. Of course, granite countertops on the side consoles, which is a difference between the regular cabins and the Queen's Grill cabins. So out here, the reason this is closed is because if we don't keep it closed, then I will be a shadow against a bright, blinding sea. But let's go ahead and see the view. So out here, let's go out onto our balcony. So this is our balcony, and as you can see, the ocean is looking stunning today. She is this beautiful jewel blue, glassy almost. She's becoming so calm, which is a sharp contrast to the start of this voyage. So that is our view from inside or outside of our suite. And as you see, we have this lovely, massive balcony, which actually is big enough for dancing. And we know that because we've done quite a bit already to practice and get our footwork back up to some sort of semblance of snuff. As you can see, we have these lovely, comfy chairs, which are not wicker. They are made of plastic. That's kind of disappointing, but they'll last longer than wicker, I suppose. But they have these nice cushions, which feature a nice blue and black pattern. Of course, the footrest, and they do recline further in the back. I'm not going to demonstrate that for you now. There's no need to humiliate myself that way. So let's go back inside, shall we? Entering the sleeping area, this is the bedroom, and it's actually can be separated by a blackout curtain. Well, it's not quite a blackout curtain, but it's heavy enough to do so, basically, to keep the light out from the other side if you forget to close those curtains. Oh, under my portable travel tapestry is TV number 1, which faces the sitting area. Entering the bedroom, of course, these can be made into 2 twin beds. They're currently made into a king size bed by shoving them together. The problem with just shoving 2 single beds together is that invariably a gap forms down the middle. So you end up with this weird crevasse into which one or the other of us ends up falling. So we mentioned that today, and they have now put another feathery pillow topper on top of the mattress, so we'll see what that does for our sleeping experience. As you can see, we have this lovely color scheme, royal blue velvet pillows embroidered with the gold Cunard livery, and of course the blue and navy blue and red damask cover with gold edging, which really does add a nice extra bit of luxury to the suite. These are not usually to be found, at least they didn't used to be, in the Britannia class rooms. So I think this is another detail that's intended to separate the Queen's Grill from the hoi polloi, as it were. This side only has a window, and it's an sufficiently sized window, but just barely. I have to say, I really wish they had put a picture window on this side, or even just another set of doors, but at the very least, a wall of glass, because otherwise when you're lying in bed looking out, you actually can't see very much because this actually gets rather in your way. So I think that's kind of a missing point. The other problem with this window is that it has this ledge, and these curtains don't actually go all the way down, and they don't meet very well, so they don't do a very good job of keeping the light out. And for photosensitive sleepers like yours truly, that's a problem. So coming on in, here we have our vanity, and with more drawers. God knows there are plenty of drawer space in this cabin. Too much, actually. We don't need this much drawer space. Talk about that in a moment. We have this nice, again, same kind of chair on the other side. It has this nice Art Deco line. This is where you actually have your UK style plug outlet, and also more 110 American style outlets. They have this Bose iPhone speaker docking set, but it only works for iPhones, which we don't have. Soapbox off. So it's not very useful for us, and I've been given to understand that for the newer iPhones it's pretty much useless because the docking is different. So it was a nice idea 10 years ago, but probably not really anymore. Plenty of mirrors and some lights, and though I really do think the lighting, I like the shape, you know, this sort of Art Deco theme continuing. They're not very bright, and they're not really good for doing makeup. In fact, there's no place in this cabin where the lighting is bright enough for that. Anyway, nice touch is a live orchid, and if I probably stayed in this cabin too long, it would die, just because that's what happens to orchids in my presence. No particular reason, just because. Here is the second TV, the one that can be viewed easily from one's bed. It's smaller, obviously meant to fit in this space, but it's close enough. I don't really feel it needs to be massive. Continuing on into the so-called walk-in closet. This is the closet. And it is not really very large. There is not a lot of space for hanging things. In fact, I think there's less hanging space in the Queen's suite here, in the penthouse suite, than there is in a regular Britannia set of closets, because there's actually more hanging space in those wardrobes. This is problematic because, of course, on a cruise, I bring all my finery, which should all hang. None of it should fold. It's all silk and linen, and folding puts creases in it. Other problem is that to walk in, watch this. To get to this half of the closet, I then have to close the door. And there's not really enough light in here because the light is only on this side. There's no light on that side, and it doesn't really reach this side. So I can't really distinguish between the black things that are all black. Nice feature though is that it does actually have a place to put shoes. So we actually have plenty of shoe storage, which is unusual for us. Normally we're doing weird creative things to store our shoes, but there was enough storage for footwear. Up here are deck blankets. They're nice wool, so if we wanted to sit out and it's a little chilly, then you can take these nice wool deck blankets and go sit on those comfy chairs that are out there. And of course, your delightfully hunting orange life jackets, which go with any outfit in any season. In here is the safe and shelving for, I guess we could put more shoes in there. Kind of inconvenient for clothes. And then of course drawers, tons and tons and tons and tons of drawers, way too many drawers. There is also underbed storage, room enough for your suitcases, and there's 2 underbed drawers as well. Okay, let us go to the pièce de résistance, the bathroom. This is the bathroom, and it is, especially for a cruise ship, it is immense. There are hotels in many parts of the world whose bathroom is not this big. You have your nice stand-up shower with glassed-in walls, and you have a whirlpool tub, full size, soaking deep. Normal human length bodies can fit in it, maybe even 2 people comfortably at once. It's really quite a luxurious item to have on a cruise ship. And of course, everything is done in marble. So we've got marble tiling everywhere, which distinguishes this particular bathroom definitely from the Britannia class cabins. Floors, wall, the whole nine yards. It's also nice for those of you who don't like sharing a space while showering and or abluting, there is a water closet. So this is literally the bathroom. And then in here, we have the water closet, which of course has a completely separate door. So again, we have this marble console with a nice deep sink, plenty of room to store toiletries, and of course your separate toilet, which the toilet, it's a toilet. There's nothing particularly special or different about it, I don't think. That is the tour of a Q4 on the Queen Elizabeth. This is cabin, or suite, excuse me, 7082. Sorry. One of the added benefits of a Queen's cabin is that it comes with a butler, which is different than a steward. And you have an assistant butler as well. And the butler, his job or her job is to actually go above and beyond what a steward would do. So for instance, they will unpack your clothes for you or pack your clothes for you. They will make arrangements for you, bookings. So if you want to book excursions or special reservations, or you want to book a suite, not the word I'm looking for, box in the theater. You tell them and they make all those arrangements. You don't have to dirty your fingers by interacting with the staff if you do not care to. Of course, you still have to tell them what to do for you, so it's just, for you, it's probably not much different than just calling and making the booking yourself. I'm not certain how much of a benefit that is. Also, hypothetically, they should provide cocktail bar services. So if you want to have a cocktail party in your suite, or a party in your suite, then they will actually handle the service and mixing of drinks. Unfortunately, this is one of the services that has been cut during COVID. It may or may not come back, who knows. We were hoping to have a nice little sail away party with some people we had met on board and invite them in and have our butler butling, but that seems to not be a thing that's going to happen this time around. Otherwise, the butler doesn't necessarily, they'll any kind of special requests, they will go above and beyond to try to satisfy them. Oh, right, actually I did forget. So one complimentary service that your butler will do for you is to polish your shoes. And if you ask, they will also try to clean them, although if they're going to clean your shoes, for instance, I have this lovely pair of boots that have been very dirtied by the filth of the street on the suede. I've asked if they can try to clean it. They're going to try, but I have to fill out a waiver because in case they end up damaging the suede in the cleaning process, they don't want to assume responsibility for that, and I can't blame them. Oh, another nice thing is they do bring afternoon canapes. That's not afternoon canapé time, but we've been taking footage of that every day. And of course, on your coffee table, which will turn into a full service table for your room service, you have this lovely little arrangement of fresh roses, which are refreshed whenever they start to get a little too tired. They haven't yet, though. They're doing quite well. So that is the Q4 on board the Queen Elizabeth. Have you stayed in a Q4 or one of the other Queen's Grill suites? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, stay tuned for more exciting adventures on this voyage and travel creative. There we go.